Hi there, Stephen O'Hara here with the Better Software Company. In this video, I will be showing you the updates we've made to our leads page here in vPro. To navigate to your leads page, just click on the home menu and then click on leads. So I'll go over the page here real quick and explain some of what we're seeing here. You can search by business name, customer first or last name, email or phone number, okay, across all of your leads or prospects. You can also apply any of your saved filter templates. So when you create a filter template now, once you apply your filters, if it's something you think you'll want to reuse on a regular basis, simply click in here, give your filters a name to save as a template. Someone might call it like Steve's filter template. And then I click the save button. And upon doing so, I will then have that template in my saved template list. Cool update to this is you can now favorite your templates, which makes them the default for when you come back to this page in the future. So you don't have to go setting your filters from scratch every single time. So this is really cool. You can also delete a template if it's no longer relevant for you. Okay. Little bit more here on the grid. You can see we've added sort functionality here to the grid. So if you wanted to sort the results in a practical manner to suit your needs, you certainly can do that now. You've also got bulk actions here on the leads list. So many of you have become familiar with bulk actions, say on your jobs or orders list. They're super helpful and they're designed to save you a lot of clicks. So I can really manage a lot of these leads just from my leads list. I'm saving me having to enter each lead to make changes. Okay, so quickly here, we can select just an individual lead if we like and apply any bulk actions to them. Okay, so I'll just review the options here. You can change the priority on your leads. You can assign them to a pipeline state. So I know many don't use pipelines just yet, and that's fine. We've actually got a nice update coming up for pipeline or workflow management here, which I think will tie in nicely for you here, and I think it'll raise your appreciation for what this little guy can do for you. Next, we've got convert leads. So if you have leads in the list that you wanted to convert right to customer or contact records, you can do that. You can also assign your lead sources. So how did we generate this lead or prospect? Assigning that lead source again will allow you to track conversion rates tied to that lead, return on investment tied to that lead, as well as lifetime value of sales tied to that lead once they turn into a paying client. So lead sources are pretty cool. Not to be mixed up with Intel. Okay, so I know many of you track lead source as well in Intel. Intel is really your demographic tags. So is it a residential client? Is it a commercial client? Are they a homeowner? Right? And many will also use Intel tags to describe and identify the lead source from which they attained that client. Now, tags are great, but they don't track, again, conversions, return on investment, and lifetime value like the lead sources do here. Okay. Next, you can also change moods of your leads in mass. You can also delete leads with the bulk actions. You can apply those Intel tags, again, more of the demographic options that I mentioned. And you can also change who the account owner is for each lead. I'll explain that a little bit further when I pull up the new lead form here. But basically now you can assign leads to a specific user in your system, and then you can track who's managing which leads as the account owner. So it's pretty cool that way. All right, so let's check out some of our filter options here real quick. We have Intel filters, so again, we can sort our leads based on those different demographic tags. And then under lead filters, we also have a number of options to search leads by name, phone number, role, mood, age range, gender, of course. Lead priority will probably be a very helpful one for you, just to identify all of those high priority leads. leads that came in through certain campaigns. So we could check that lead source again. Maybe I want to follow up with all of my web leads, Um, pipeline state. Again, I think many of you will begin to start using this quite a bit once we release our big pipeline update here in the near future. And you can also sort those leads by their social media links, um, the dates of interactions tied to those leads. So this is super helpful. Whether the leads are qualified or decision makers, of course, too. You can search for leads that were created within your system within a certain time period, or look for leads that have been converted within a certain time period. So even after a lead has been converted in the system to a customer record, that customer record still remembers that that client was once a lead in your bPro. Okay. So here at the bottom, you can either cancel or clear your filters or apply the filters that you've selected. So really easy to use. Okay, at the bottom of our list here, real quick, you can see your number of results per page. You can toggle that up to 100. Okay, and that means that you can use those bulk actions up to, or apply those bulk actions for up to 100 results simultaneously. Okay, so if that meant like converting your leads, that's going to save you a lot of time. We can also see our number of results here. So total leads in the system is 23. I can cycle through my pages of results here with the left and right arrows. Okay, now one thing I think a lot of people will like is you now have an anchored new lead button in your bPro in the top right corner here. Click this at any time. You'll be brought to the leads list here and it will automatically pull up the new lead form. So let's pull up that new lead form right now. We'll hit create new lead and some really nice updates to the lead intake form here now. Okay, so you'll see, a number of things here on this page, including the form, has a really fresh looking interface, nice rounded corners. It's very clean. It's very easy to navigate and read. Okay, so first off, we can set our account owner. Again, we can assign our lead or prospect to a specific user so we know who's managing which leads. Now you can add in minimum business name or first or last name. So we'll just pop in, say, Steve O and Steve O's, we'll say, detailing. All right. Next, email. This is pretty cool because we've now got, just show you this real fast. Nice little duplicate checker in here. Okay, so if I want to just check and see if this email is anywhere in my system, I don't want to create duplicates, or I may not need to add this lead at all if I already have them in the system somewhere as a lead or customer. Okay, so no duplicates found, so that's great. Now I can also apply title, whether it's Mr., Mrs., or even my job title. Of course, throw that in there. That's very helpful. Choose whether or not this is the decision maker, and I can also choose the priority of this lead. Okay, now I know we were looking at the quality score. We can just see that just below here in the quality score column. That number references it's based on the amount of information you have compiled into that lead. That's not saying it's a bad lead or a good lead necessarily. It's not necessarily saying it's a high or low priority either. It's simply letting you know how much info you have compiled on that particular lead or prospect. So generally speaking, the more information you have, the better we can handle this lead, the better we can manage it and hopefully convert that lead as well. Okay, I believe the quality score goes up to 50 just for reference. Okay, next we have phone numbers. Now here in the select section, see select phone numbers. I do have the ability to, after phone numbers are added, I can click this drop down and see any phone numbers that are tied to this profile, and then I can select them and then edit them as needed. Okay, so it keeps the form shorter, it keeps it a lot cleaner. I'll show you how this works real quick. So we'll pop in a phone number here real fast. Okay, I can just type in the type of phone number, and I could even add a description. So the description could be something like, I don't know, the best hours to call that phone number. Maybe the prospect or lead is requested text only communication. Things like that might be good ideas. I want to just make note here for you guys that if you do business strictly in your country, you don't need to worry about the country code. It'll automatically know this is a local number. However, if you do business internationally, then you do have the ability to assign a country code as needed. And the extension field can also be helpful if this person works in an office or something, right? You can choose whether to display this number on any potential future invoices for this client, as well as decide whether or not this would be the primary phone number on the file. Okay, so to save this phone number, I can just click add another number here, and that saves it. Clears the form, but you can see now that my phone number is selectable from the select phone number list. So should I need to pull it up and re-edit it, I can very easily. Okay, next up we have our address information. So we can name our address, throw in our address contact information here, um, actually pop in the address information. Um, so I tell people this frequently that the address lookup in the system is not based on your geographic location. It's important to know that it's based on the accuracy of the information that you enter into this field. Okay, so if it's some kind of generic name like Main Street, it's pretty common. You're going to get a lot of results, and to make it specific to your area, you're probably going to need to type in the town or city. Okay, so there we go. Main Street, Ottawa, perfect. And then I can add notes about the address right here on the spot as well. I love this because now you don't have to go into that lead profile to add little extra things like this. I can do it all right here on the intake form, whether it's additional phone numbers, whether it's notes pertaining to this particular lead, I can pop it all in. Okay, so this is all information tied to the main profile of this lead. Let's check out the Intel tab here now. We can assign that lead source. Again, how did we generate this lead? This does again track return on investment, lifetime value of this lead, if they convert into a paying client, as well as conversion rates. Okay, so these are really great to have. You can build out a biography on the lead. So if you, if you do a little bit of your research on this lead and you find out, hey, this person could be key in helping us, gain this business. This person could be, a champion. You might put in their time spent at their current business, or anything that you think might help you out when you come back to this lead in the future. Um, Next, you have your Intel tags that you can assign. You can assign multiple, and again, these are really geared towards telling us the demographics of this lead. Who are they? And so it's all reportable. Then we have our standards too, with things like gender, age range, and mood. There's a new section here for date of birth. You know what? If you're a company that likes to send out little thank yous, or I don't know, maybe gift certificates to your clients, or even prospects in this case, uh, birthday cards. You could put their date of birth in here and keep track of that too. So that's pretty nice. And then next, you have your social media links as well as IP. So if maybe this lead came in off the website, you could log the IP in here. You could certainly log in their social media pages so that you guys can stay connected on social media very easily. Okay, so then once it's saved in there, you could just click that link and boom, go straight to their, say, LinkedIn profile, shoot them a quick message on LinkedIn. Hey, do you want to meet for coffee? It makes it so integrated and easy. Okay, so that's the Intel section. Again, the new form here, I love the look of it. I find it's really easy to use and work through, and some advanced functionalities to add additional information on the spot. So we'll just save this lead, and there we go. So I can go to the lead profile, I can start another lead right away, or I can just go ahead and close this out. All right. So this is the new updates to our leads page. I hope you like everything that we've created here for you. Please chat in to us if you have any questions at all about the leads page here or feedback. Okay, we really love your feedback. It's all very helpful. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.